Hello everybody, this is Make It Better, and today we're doing what deku was a Ghost Whisperer, part 23. I can't really have an excuse for why I'm so late on this, but hopefully this video helps. Now, I said we left off around a week into training. And for Zuko, he's been training on his voice, the ghostly howl specifically. He's been working on it and trying to really expand the very area and really make it strong enough to knock out his opponent. He has not controlled it. He's more trying to find a way to affect everybody and knock them all out. But he's still not able to do this. Now Zuko has been dealing with Hakakure for this moment. And well, when Hakakure told her parents that her and the guy that she likes is going out, her parents immediately want to meet him and see how he is or how he's treating their daughter. So Hakakure said, "Oh, sure, of course." So after that training week, they get a little day off, and Hakakure went to his room. She knocked. Zuko opened the door, sees Hakakure. He let her in, and well, he just sat in on his bed where she's sitting right next to him, on his bed. Getting a little closer than usual, but everything else is pretty normal. They talk a bit, and then a moment of silence. And Hakakure says, "So..." And Zuko said, "Yes." And Hakakure say, "So I told my parents about you, well, us, and they want to meet you." Which Zuko said, "Huh. Okay. I mean, it's a little fast, but did you talk about me at all with them?" And she said no. And she just thinks on the time of them meeting the study group, basically, the study group, and guessing who she likes. And going back to the conversation, she says she can't think of anything Pacific. But Zuko said, "Okay, what time or when are we?" "I'm okay with it. So when are we meeting?" And she said, "How about tomorrow for dinner?" Which Zuko said, "Okay, I'll make plans to make sure it's all good." So they do. Now we're skipping till the next day for dinner. Hakakure and Zuko is walking up to the room, well, to the gate, and then passing it to the door, knocking on it. Hakakure, being her house, opens the door. And when Zuko said, "Hello, I am Izuku Midoriya. Very nice to meet you." And he walks in further into the house, looking everywhere else and hoping and try to find her parents. They both are very invisible. Only Hakakure is very used to this, but Zuko is acting as if he can see them. He looks to the father and said, "It's very nice to meet you, sir. Mr. Hakakure, sorry." And he, as Mr. Hakakure, I think that's her last name, I'm not really sure, reach out his hand. He's not wearing any sleeves, so you can't even tell that he is reaching out for a handshake. And Zuko, without hesitating, grabbed onto his hand and said, "Hello, very nice to meet you." And he looked straight into his eyes, which weirded out Mr. Hakakure because it never happened before. And he looks to his wife, and his wife, Zuko, actually sees this and said, "Oh, hello, Miss Hakakure," as he kind of bows to her. And when she reached out her hand, Zuko did the same thing. Now they both know that he can see them. So which means that he can see her. Okay, they think. So they have dinner prepped up, and then they're talking on the table. Zuko talking to Hakakure and her mother and father about anything about school related, until one of them finally questioned Zuko's quirk. And what is it exactly? Zuko explained it's a ghost quirk. It basically allows me to see ghosts and talk and interact with them. And they say, "Oh, so you were able to see us?" And Zuko said, "Yes." "And you can also see her?" And Zuko said, "Yes." I guess it's very unusual, but we, as he looks over to Hakakure, said, gotten used to it so much that it's normal for us. Which they are both, her parents are very happy about. And Hakakure's father approved of this. And he said this during dinner as both of them were eating food and stuffing their faces, kind of. And he said, as he's picking on his food, "I'm not sure how far you guys are planning, but young Midoriya," as he takes a bite of his food, swallows, and looks at him and said, "You have my blessing," and went right back to eating. Which Zuko kind of chokes on his food, kind of cough up some of it, and try to drink, but Hagakure immediately spit out all of her food, looks to her father, very surprised look, and then looks to her mother, and she's agreeing to all of this. A lot of cars are passing by, sorry. So Hakakure is just sitting there with her face covered with her hands, all embarrassed. And Zuko said, "Sorry, sir, I haven't thought that far." And he cut him off, said, "I don't care. I do not care if you have thought that far with my daughter. I'm giving you my blessing. Take it or leave it." Which Zuko said, "Thank you, sir. It's very kind of you." And to release this tension that's been going on for a few minutes, Hakakure's mother actually asked, "Where is your parents? We would love to meet you with your family." Which Zuko said, "Oh, it's funny you ask. Right now they're out, and they won't be back for some time. I'm not sure what time, but I'll give you guys a call for a meeting or dinner, if you guys are okay with that," which they are. And the rest of the night it's went on like that. Nothing too much on the edge, but all very formal of a couple. When they finally leaves, Zuko looks both of them bow and said, "Thank you for having me," as he walks off, letting Hagakure be there with her parents for a little bit longer of time. Zuko's outside waiting on the street. Hagakure asked her parents, and that was really embarrassing, and she really hopes that you guys did not scare him away. Which they said, "Honey, if we were trying to scare him away, we would have done it way worse than this. But he seems like a nice young man. Be careful and be safe," as her mother gave her a packet with something around inside it. As Hakakure sees this, and immediately throw it in her to enter in her purse. And she said, "Mom," as she finally leaves. Zuko sees her blushing, asking her if she's okay, and she said, I'm fine. Can we just please go back to the dorms?" As Zuko said, "Okay, sure." He reached out for her hand, she grabbed his, and they immediately flew away. Her parents sees this, and about a mile away, they can't see them anymore. They disappeared, turned invisible. They walk away and said, if they have a child, that child would be very powerful. As the mistress extremely agrees to all of this.